Hello, everybody. Welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, I also publish on Rumble and on Patreon for extra support. This weekend I did manage to stream yesterday. I spent basically Saturday trying to edit out the live streams and starting uploading also everything to the YouTube channel. As you can see, it's been a busy, busy weekend here. I think I managed to publish around 5 episodes throughout the weekend, and I will maybe do a couple episodes per day until the VODs catch up, basically with the live streams there. So if it appears a little bit crowdy, forgive me about that. Other than that, let's go to the news again, as usual. Trying to do every weekday or so a gaming news program, and I will try to stream as much as I can. That's trending too, and of course, I will try to catch up as fast as I possibly can with the VOD stuff there. So a couple of stuff here that interested me here to cover. Specifically here, again, this is kind of a leak rumor kind of a thing there, but again, you never know. And the leaks itself kind of points to a direction that I've been seeing pointing towards, specifically with Game Pass. Again, as an overall concept, Game Pass is, as I mentioned several times now, it seems like a very good deal for the consumer perspective. But then again, eventually, these kind of services, they are profit driven, of course. And given the state of the production budgets of gaming, and you can say the same thing to a certain extent to the movie stuff there, because it's a very similar comparison, for example, with Netflix. It tends throughout the time, as these services are offering this, like a library in this case of games, and trying to be, I don't know, provide library of games for a specific fixed price point on that service. With time, again, with all the expenses associated with maintaining a live service like this, again, eventually you have something like what happened with Game Pass throughout the years. I think first we had like 2 tiers. Now we already have 3 tiers, and I think they are exploring to a certain degree something that is not good for the consumer, which is basically kind of a thing of limiting hours. So you have like a monthly allowance of hours that you can use the service, which again, I don't know. Again, I don't use it. I don't have any subscription service except for maybe Netflix, but it's not for me. I don't usually don't use that much. But other than that, I don't even have any kind of subscription associated service, even for playing. Again, the rumor is that they are going to, I don't know, reshuffle a little bit the game tiers there. I'm not sure how this will affect everything. Supposedly, one of the tiers that might be upcoming is basically linked games to first party. So Xbox first party owned games there, for example, like Halo, Doom, Fable, Fallout, Psychonauts, State of Decay, Elder Scrolls Online. And then maybe something possible, like they call it here, the files here that people were, I don't know, going about, like a Triton and a Duet, given that the Triton supposedly is this kind of first party titles, kind of a bundle on this service. And then we got supposedly Duet, which, I don't know, this is speculation, kind of a thing with a bundle like Netflix service. So you buy this service, you have Netflix and Game Pass associated with it. Again, it also goes in lines when I think it was Xbox One when they launched the fact that they wanted to be a box for everything. They were at the time, I remember, like a TV box also that can play games to a certain degree. That's kind of the thing that backfired on them. That's why it's one. I think it's one of the reasons that we saw a huge PlayStation 4 resurgence and sales there, because again, Xbox at a time, and it seems this time also they don't know which market they want to cater. They want everything, and when you try to cater to everybody, you will not basically get anybody. It's like games. If you try to make a game to satisfy everybody, you will not satisfy anybody, because again, you're trying to cater to everything at the same time. Again, it doesn't work. But yeah, according to this, it seems that this even one of the services, again, I will assume that you have like two main branches, like the Triton, do it, and probably another one for like the entirety of the library. I don't know. But it seems that you can have, let's say, with the Triton, you can add like a supplement making you do it. I don't know. For example, you have the first party, and then if you pay extra, you can get access also to Netflix. I assume that's the case there. Again, they are going to try and make money wherever they can. But the thing that also is going to be creating a backlash, if it's true, is the monthly allowance. I think GeForce now has one of the tiers. You have 100-hour monthly allowance to play games. Again, I don't think this will work very well. Again, because again, I can see something similar to this, like Netflix. You can, I don't know, like a very basic model. You have, you pay, I don't know, X amount of dollars, and you have access to, I don't know, 100 hours to watch movies. Is different than to play games, because usually I don't see if you play like a couple of hours per day. I don't think this 100 hours will be justified from the consumer perspective, and the fact that the prices are already increasing all over the place. But yeah, again, this is rumors, but points to a direction that again, it's the corporatization of trying to be everything box from Xbox, which I think again it can succeed. Again, as I mentioned, I think it can succeed in a model more similar. I think, again, I'm not a financier that can do the math, but I think it can succeed better if it was kind of a thing like PlayStation Plus, at least from what I remember, PlayStation Plus being a few years ago, which you can pay for a membership, and then you have access to discounts. You might have, for example, something that first party games access to that library, and play games like that. Again, but then I think they could do something similar, like a core base. Again, the AAA games, you have, I don't know, a discount for the first party titles, like the big ones. Let's say Call of Duty, you have, instead of being for free, you can access with a discount if you maintain that membership there. um I don't know, something like that. And then you maintain just the access of the first party libraries there. And then maybe you can have add-ons if you want to access a library of third party games. You can pay an extra one, but then again, you enter on the trap of just trying to, I don't know, charging too much money for a service that then will start losing value for the consumer. Again, I don't know. Something that I don't see everything near, which is the PC platform, which is you just have Steam like a vendor. It offers you discounts on a regular basis. You can play PC games online without paying extra fees, except for the internet access, of course. Um, you have a very good application like Steam that can offer you a lot of support on different things. You got the refund stuff there, which is pretty good. You get access to your friends. You don't have to be, I don't know, you don't, again, it's completely different. This, I think they need to think through um, this Game Pass things here that it's happening, or else they're going to lose. Even if they launch this new machine that they are planning to do, which basically seems like a console with Windows 11 integrated, plus all the CoPilot shit that supposedly is going to be integrated. Again, yeah, I don't think that's a better solution to go through. I think they need to focus on games. And then if people want something extra, you just charge a little bit there, and maintain the focus primarily on games. I think that's the focus. Again, it's Xbox. It's a console. You don't see, at least in terms of marketing, you don't see PlayStation brand as a console trying to cater to, I don't know, the movie things there. They are very focused on their own little thing there, similar to a certain degree like Nintendo. But again, Nintendo is something completely different. Again, I think Xbox they need to stop trying to be everything and just focus on being a very good console for games, and try to offer good services there instead of trying to focus on being a box for everything. I think it suits best in that sense there. And continuing with this theme here, it seems that Microsoft, again, I covered this, the fact that they are basically removing the branding of CoPilot. They are not removing the features themselves, because it was misleading, the fact that they are toning down the integration of CoPilot. Again, they are not toning down any integration of CoPilot itself. They just removed the brand. We saw that screenshots from the snipping tool, the notepad, and all that jazz. Again, they are being a little bit more insidious. They're trying to remove the publicity around it. But now it seems that there is a new beta, like the preview channel there, which they are going to integrate third-party AI agents that can act on your desktop. Again, I don't like this, mainly because, again, theoretically, AI agents and the Copilot, which seemingly can do a lot of stuff for you, can, for example, you can open a document and it can make a summary of that document. Seems very good as a concept there. But then again, you're providing your information specifically on the computer. You just have to give away the access to that application, AI agent, whatever you want to call it, for it to do certain things that might be seemingly be, I don't know, easy to use. And in the overall scheme of things, also, I think it starting to try and do the job that your brain is supposed to do. For example, reading a PDF document, let's say from work. Again, it removes to a certain degree some critical thinking capabilities from you, because if you're just asking every time you open a document, or even like, I don't know, a work email or something like that, and you just click the button and said, okay, summarize me this in bullet points. Again, it removes a lot the agency that you got in terms of critical thinking and processing the information. Again, you are letting this AI agent, let's say, to process the information for you. And on the short term, might be kind of a crutch for you not to think too much on what you need to do. You just tell the AI agent what to do. But I think in the long term, it removes a little bit of your CPU brain, and the capability of I don't know, critical thinking, communication skills also, because again, communication skills come from interpreting the information that you are receiving and then reply with that. But yeah, it seems that they are going for third-party AI agents, which is even worse. So it's not even, again, I assume according to this information, that these AI agents are not even under control of Microsoft. So basically any company can do what they call AI agents, and then it will be integrated on your PC. They will have to have access to everything that you do on the PC. I don't know, from web browsing, documents that you open or close, photographs, everything. And then because they need that information, like any kind of machine learning algorithm, they have to have a set of data for them to do what you want them to do. And I don't think this, again, there is already the backlash against Copilot. The fact that it's got one of the features was making a screenshot every X amount of seconds or whatever, to try and record what you do on your computer, for it to give you some assistance when supposedly you need to. Again, I don't like any of this shit. Again, I think it's something that they can do, could do as a supplement instead of being automatically integrated. I think you could see some kind of acceptance in that sense. But the fact that it is kind of mandatory for you and you have to go out of your way to remove these features, because it's pretty invasive, for at least from my point of view. But yeah, as you can see here, they will introduce AI agents to the taskbar. Users will be able to benefit, they say, the agents like Microsoft 365 Researcher will help them with their workflows. Again, it's a lot of mumbo jumbo here, and will keep track of the progress. Again, they need access to everything that you are doing on the PC. Suppose it's a little bit different from traditional assistants, as AI agents won't just answer, but they can act and may operate across multiple apps. Again, you're giving access as a normal user on the PC. Again, I don't like this. And continuing, these AI agents can interact with your desktop environment, summarize stuff displayed on screen, extract data, automate tasks, and carry out similar productivity workloads on their own. Again, it's a no-no for me. At least for me, it's a no-no. And then since third-party agents will be part of this ecosystem, developers will be able to ship their own agents. Again, you don't even will have, I will assume, some kind of Q&A from Microsoft to vet these apps to see what they are doing is exactly what they are supposed to do. Because then you got the thing that, again, somebody will create an app instead of just doing what they are supposed to do, which work with your work, help with your workflow. They basically will steal data from you, because especially if they are free. Again, nothing. There is no such thing as a free lunch. They will. It's like ChatGPT. You have the free tier, but they are extracting every little bit of information from you on the of the interface that you have with, let's say, the even specifically if you have the app installed on your cell phone or something like that, they are extracting all the data they can get on from you, so they can build up their newer models and be refined in that sense. So you're not getting anything for free because they are basically stealing your data, your ideas, you're poking your brain to a certain degree. That's why I don't like this. And supposedly the release of Microsoft 365 researchers is included in the CoPilot thing there, which to a certain degree, I think there is a saving grace for now, which is that means if you don't own a Microsoft 365 subscription, you won't be able to use it. This basically means that the AI agents like Microsoft 365 Researcher are optional, but if you have removed the Copilot, you won't be able to use the Microsoft AI apps. Again, if you install Windows 11, the first thing I recommend is removing or at least disabling the Copilot feature of Windows. Again, I don't like having something on the background trying to monitor everything that I do and most likely record every activity that I do to suggest what I want to do on my own PC. I don't like that. But yeah, they are aiming for full throttle on AI on Windows 11. That's why there was a news that I checked, which is, for example, the French government is going to remove all the, I don't know, state PCs and everything that has anything Windows related, and they're going to replace everything with Linux. Again, it's a huge turn because, again, to a certain degree, I think it suits best because, again, with this Windows stuff there, being dependent on all Windows things related, because it's not only Windows, it's all the applications, all the software that spies and everything to try and help workflows. Again, a lot of vulnerabilities, especially in the country infrastructure. I think if they are less dependent on corporations to basically function as a country, because again, you got everything from health stuff, finance stuff, IRS stuff, even like secret stuff there. Again, I think countries should be a little bit more sovereign. And I think what might happen if, for example, let's say more EU countries, they have more restrictions of what companies can make, at least supposedly. Let's say if all the countries in Europe start implementing these kind of things, which is remove Windows ecosystem from their mainframes of the country and start replacing for other solutions, let's say Linux, I think then it will start some actions from Microsoft to, okay, we need to change the way that we are going about things. And maybe, I don't know, have like a Windows 11 Lite, which only have all the things that people usually use without implementations of this kind of AI slop stuff there. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. For me, I disabled the Copilot. I remember disabling it. I need to see. I think there is a way now to uninstall it completely, this feature. But yeah, it's one of the things that I recommend people doing if you are using Windows. At this time, this time in moment, I'm not very proficient on using Linux. I never use Linux, so I'm a little bit too afraid of jumping the shark there, or make that jump, because I'm so used to. Also, it's my fault. Also, it's a little bit of getting so used to using Windows and all the apps that I use with Windows. It's so automatic for me that it's going to be a little bit difficult for me to break the chain, and also my workflow that I use for my clients again, and all the software associated that I have to use to work. I'm still very much dependent on Windows for that, or else I assume I already could have changed to Linux. And the fact also, again, I think it's good. Linux has a good adoption in terms of gaming. You got the Steam OS that can be installed on the PC, I think. But again, I use my PC for everything, for gaming, for work, so that's why, yeah, I'm a little bit stuck at the moment in this time period regarding Windows computers. But yeah, in terms of games, we got some news here. Pragmata sold 1 million units in 48 hours. Again, good to see. The game seems pretty good. They take, again, they are not reinventing the wheel, but supposedly what they do it very well. From this kind of father-daughter relationship thing there, the combat seems pretty good. Plus, all the puzzle hacking mechanic associated with the combat seems pretty very well implemented. Also, at least from what I see from the reviews. But yeah, at the moment I'm not stuck. I'm playing Death Stranding 2. I'm enjoying, and I'm kind of one game guy at a time. Or else I lose the plot of what I'm playing. Again, I'm getting that old. But yeah, it's one of those games. It is on my wish list. If the game is that good, at least from the reviews and from the impressions that I've been seeing here online, if it is that good, I hope it sells well. Because again, it's also original IP. And usually there is some risk associated with it. But then again, I think they are going to go on a good sale. In terms of sales, I think they're going to do all right, hopefully. But yeah, this so far as my stamp of approval. Let's see how it goes, and it seems pretty well optimized for on the PC platforms. At least that's the impression that I got. I think I showcased a couple of videos from Daniel Owen regarding some of the, at least on the lower tiers in terms of specs, how fluid it looks. Again, it's not perfect, but it's very well optimized, it seems. But yeah, hopefully they will sell more. And then got here from one of the games that I played. Again, it's kind of a pixel art style there, the Wall World. I played the game. I enjoyed very much. I also played the DLC. I think if not, if it didn't already came out, World War II, the sequel, it will be coming out relatively soon. It supposedly follows up the story of the first game. But now we get an announcement for Wall World Strategy. It seems to be like a city builder kind of management with some tower defense mechanics associated with it within this world. Again, I'm not sure if I like that much the visual style they went for it. Got some screenshots supposedly of what's happening here. Again, it seems again I liked very much. One of the things that I liked on the game itself, the original one, was the pixel art style. But seeing this like very 3D-ish, not again not looking that good for now. I was hoping more for I don't know, more at least 2.5D pixel art style, maybe something like that. Again, I'm not sure. This is not the full release, but hopefully the game is good, because even though city management is not like the Sims and the, I forgot the series that usually have the simulator stuff there on the city management. It's not that much. I don't like very much those games. Not for me. It's more about the tower defense aspect that calls me a little bit there. But yeah, hopefully it's a good game. Again, I really like the setup of the first one, plus the gameplay mechanics there. It's got a little bit of tower defense, a little bit of mining, some roguelike style approach there. Also, some boss battles. Again, seems it's pretty much varied. It's not a very huge long game, but it's a pretty good one. It's a solid one that I liked. But yeah, I will try to see what this game is all about when it comes out. Maybe it's something that it's worthwhile trying out. Sorry about the noise. Where I am, it's near the main road there, so sometimes you hear some stuff on the background. But yeah, let's go for some gaming deals to wrap up this. So you got Atomfall, 50% off. Again, mostly positive, around 70-ish. Yeah, almost 80%. Again, this game seems pretty good. It's not in the same scope and scale of a Fallout free game, but it's kind of a Fallout-ish approach in the British after a nuclear accident based on a real world incident. But yeah, it seems pretty good on what it does. But yeah, people seem to enjoy this game. And again, 50% off, I think it's a good deal there. We got Atomic Heart, again, a very positive feedback. I think they launched the last DLC, the fourth one. They already announced the second one, and I think they announced an arena shooter in the same world. But yeah, you got 75% off on the editions there. Again, one of these days I will try this game because I'm still curious on trying out this game. But yeah, it's on sale now. We got also Chronos, the New Dawn. I missed the train on this one. I know it's a very good game. It's one of those that I will eventually try out because I like kind of Resident Evil and kind of this atmosphere recalls me a little bit Gygaresh, 12 Monkeys kind of vibe there. I will need to try out this game one of these days. And at this point is 30% off. I think it's a good deal there. We got also still King's Arthur Knight's Tales. It's 70% off. Got a day or so until this promotion is off. We got Pacific Drive. This is the Whispers edition. I think this is the last DLC they launched. Whispers in the Wood or Of the Wood or something like that. 50% off. We got Planet of Lana 2. Kind of a newer release. I really did enjoy the first one. I did a gameplay series on that one. I really did enjoy. No voice or anything like that. Again, it's told through the visuals there. I really did enjoy the first one. This one seems to be in line with the first one, so I think it might worth the try. It's 20% off. Again, it's a recent launch, so you don't see a huge discount there. And then lastly, we got Routine. Again, this is one of the games that I covered. Seemed very interesting. Very positive feedback. Again, this is not also a huge game in terms of scope. Made by a small studio, and at this moment in time is 25% off. Again, I will also try this game. It reminds me a lot of vibes from Alien Isolation, the atmosphere there. And yeah, it's one of those that I really want to try out one of these days. But yeah, for today, I'll wrap up here with a plug on my patrons for access support. Again, I'm not doing anything exclusive here, and I don't plan to do so. Again, this is more a hobby for me. It's just a way for people to have to do some extra support. But yeah, other than that, I will try to publish two Death Stranding VODs, Death Stranding 2 VODs from the live streams until it catches up. And again, I will try to maintain one gaming news program every weekday. And again, I will try to stream also every day as much as I can if I have time for that. But yeah, other than that, I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'll see you in the next one. So until then, Kunamy Master out.